Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's On at DisneyPlus.com. A quick Disney Plus news roundup where I'm going to be talking about Once Upon a Studio short. I'll be talking about the return of the Santa Clauses and much more. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Let's kick things off talking about a brand new Disney short called Once Upon a Studio. So this new short, we've got a new trailer for it, and it features a number of different characters celebrating the 100th anniversary of Walt Disney. In here you've got characters like Moana, Peter Pan, got Frozen characters, all kinds of different ones in here. The trailer looks really good. I'm really excited to see this one. Recently it got shown at the Destination D23 event earlier this month. Standing ovation. Yeah, it looks like this one is going to be fantastic and really pulling on those nostalgia heartstrings. It just looks really, really good. So originally it was going to be coming out alongside Wish in cinemas when it comes out in cinemas around at the Thanksgiving period. I suspect that's still going to happen. However, Disney has announced that this new special is going to be airing on ABC on the 15th of October, along with some other special things that they're putting on for like the Disney 100th anniversary, which is actually the next day on the 16th. They're going to be showing off like Encanto. So we're getting its like premiere on ABC. And also, Disney has confirmed today that the short is also going to be available on Disney Plus on the 16th, on the Monday, which obviously is the main celebration day. So this is the big new release. Whether or not we get anything more than that, I know a lot of fans and stuff have been kind of wondering if we're going to see a big push for the Disney 100th celebration. The short, I think, is a great drop. I mean, it'd be nice to see some other kind of legacy stuff and something else building on that one. But I think dropping this short on that day is probably the best thing they could do. I think it looks fantastic. I can't wait to see more of it. But yeah, let me know what you think of the new short in the comments below. It's starting to get a little bit cooler, and Disney is now getting ready for the holidays because they have announced the release date for the upcoming second season of the Santa Clauses. It is going to be returning with a double episode premiere on the 8th of November, with new episodes dropping each week. Basically that means then the finale is going to drop like the first week of December, which I think is great timing. You know, in some way it's kind of weird because like November time, it's more people are interested in watching like the Christmas stuff as they kind of get ready for Christmas rather than kind of releasing it around Christmas. I think that's definitely a good thing. Now we're going to see Santa kind of trying to get his son into it. However, we got like a mad Santa that's going to be coming in and kind of causing mischief. Hopefully we see a trailer pretty soon. I imagine it's not that far off. But yeah, so now we know we've got our date. They're doing again this like double episode premiere. Whether or not they do the kind of the prime time launch for this one, I don't yet know. We're going to probably have to wait a little bit closer near the time, but yeah, at least now we know what's going to be happening with this release. One of the cool things as well I love is we've got this brand new poster with Santa Claus doing a superhero landing, you know, with the full on like Deadpool thing. I think that's fantastic. I thought that was really funny, and a kind of a thing of not all heroes wear capes. It was also kind of interesting, exactly this almost same pose that Percy Jackson's doing in the recent poster as well, where he's kind of on one knee with that lightsaber thing, the new sword, power bolt. I don't know what it is yet, but yeah. So I think definitely going to be fun to see how all of this works with the Santa Clauses when it returns. But let's know, are you excited about the return of the Santa Clauses? Let me know in the comments below. Moving on from there, let's now talk about Dancing with the Stars, which is set to return next Tuesday. On the 26th is going to be airing on ABC. It's also going to be airing live on Disney Plus in the US and Canada. Well, that's the plan anyway, because this week the show has been hit from left, right and centre because of the strike. So obviously we've got the actors' strike and the writers' strike. Really hoping the writers' strike gets resolved this week, because there's been lots of meetings between the studio executives and the union. We've not seen this so far, multiple meetings. Hopefully it gets solved. One of the reasons why this show is getting a lot of heat right now is that it is actually considered a show that is considered struck by the Writers Guild of America, because they do actually hire one writer to basically put together the notes for Alfonso to do the presentations and stuff. So it's not necessarily writing his script, but just giving him notes on what to say, etc. Now, this new season, they're not writing on it, and so therefore there's about 500 people that will be working on this show, and so they haven't got a writer on board. Alfonso's doing his own stuff and just like, you know, ad-libbing. I don't know what they're doing. And so that's caused all kinds of problems. One of the contestants on the show, Matt Walsh, has now paused his involvement in it because he is actually a member of the Writers Guild of America, and he has been informed by his union that if he does work on this show, he would be crossing over, and therefore, you know, he can't do that. So that's a problem. So he's basically had to pull out. Hopefully If they actually manage to score a deal, then that might mean that it can continue, which is obviously a good thing. There's a lot of pressure as well on the show because there's been a picket outside where they're doing the rehearsals and they're putting out like placards and stuff about the actors that are taking part in it. However, the Screen Actors Guild has actually put out a statement stating that they have put their full support behind the actors that are involved in the show and that they can do so. They're not breaking any rules because they signed up before the strike happened, and also the show is not considered like acting. It is a competition, so therefore they are allowed to do it. There's been mulling going on apparently whether or not Disney may in fact delay the show because of what's been going on. Depends on obviously what's going on with the strikes and stuff. Yeah, I think it's more so if they can get the writers' strike kind of sorted, hopefully over the weekend, that might obviously open it up, they can carry on, because SAG are kind of behind the show. They don't really have an issue with this one. But yeah, so yeah, Dancing with the Stars is really kind of just being hit into it. Lots of shows have been kind of saying, they're returning, like the Drew Barrymore show, and they've all kind of backtracked after there was a lot of pressure. Dancing with Stars seems to be going a slightly different way, but Disney are preparing in case, essentially, if there was a lot of contestants drop out, they probably needed to. But I think with SAG coming out in support of the actors, that should hopefully ease things off, and with Matt also now putting his sort of work on the show on pause, hopefully it still carries on, because while obviously support the strikes and support everyone getting what they're doing, the show essentially should hopefully be able to carry on. But yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see on that one. But let us know what you think of all this in the comments below. Moving on from there, let's now talk about what's new on Disney Plus today. So the big new release is a brand new film from 20th Century Studios, No One Will Save You. So this one's on Hulu in the United States, Star Plus in Latin America, and on Disney Plus around the world. I did get to see it a couple of days ago. I loved it. It's weird, it's a little bit like odd. The ending is just like, I've got no idea what happened. It's got scares, you're jumping up when there's bits happening in it. There's literally like nothing said. You've got to watch it because, there's not really anything about, because she's on her own, you don't really, she's not talking and stuff. They've got aliens in here doing an invasion. It is really weird. It's only about 90 minutes long. Watch it this weekend. I loved it. Kind of had nods of like sort of films and shows from the 1980s. A kind of Alien meets Home Alone meets kind of like Stranger Things. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was such a good film. I don't know why they didn't put this out in cinemas, because I think it would have actually done quite well with like the horror crowd and stuff. But yeah, just watch it. It's a really, really good kind of sci-fi horror film, like thriller. It's just really good. There's lots of bits in it that you like. It's just, I just really enjoyed it, and I can't say enough. I can't say enough praise for it. It's very weird. It's really good, and I think that's great for this weekend. But yeah, so that's definitely the big recommendation for you to watch this weekend. Let's now jump into our comment of the day. So Aaron says, speaking of primetime treatment, do you think that Santa Claus Season 2 will get the same treatment? And also, will the WWE come to Disney Plus? Let's deal first off with the Santa Claus side of things. I don't know if we're going to continue to see this primetime drop of new releases, whether or not they're just going to keep it for their like core shows. Like, I think Santa Claus might come into that they might have like one at a time doing it. But also, is this show the kind of thing that's going to work? I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. But I'm not sure if Santa Claus is going to do it, or whether they're just going to continue to do this for like Marvel and Star Wars for their like main shows. It's tricky. I'm not 100% convinced yet. With regards to WWE, now obviously in some countries you do actually have WWE content on Disney Plus, especially in Southeast Asia. Not sure if it's quite going to be happening yet. I mean, obviously Disney are trying to kind of trim down how much money they're spending. Only yesterday, WWE did announce that they've made a new deal to move SmackDown from Fox over to the USA Network. So that's a new 5-year deal that starts next October. And they're obviously still locked into having the WWE Network on Peacock for a couple more years. Next Raw apparently is now up for grabs. That's now people are now trying to get it. Disney have been in sort of talks with WWE. Raw could easily move to, I don't know, maybe ABC or FX or even Disney Plus. I don't know about necessarily if right now one of the big deals that was done with the USA Network was that they're making specials and stuff. So yeah, I think in the US, I think we're going to see more stuff just kind of staying inside of the Comcast bubble because it's working really well for them. So Raw definitely could go somewhere, could go to FX. There's been talk of stuff, but after that news yesterday of SmackDown going to the USA Network and leaving Fox, I don't know, it's all up in the air. But yeah, it'd be good for me because I'd love to save some, you know, £10 a month on not having a WWE Network. But I'm not convinced that's probably going to happen. I'm not sure that Disney are right in that position right now to go for it. But who knows? Would you like to see it? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that and everything else from today's video in the comments below. Got any questions for our next video? Always let me know in the comments. Right. On that note, guys, thank you very much. See you guys soon. Later.